Hi, my name is Moritz van Grothuus. I'm the CEO of Bareways. I'd like to give you a short demo of one of the tools and services we are currently building. Just imagine you have an e-vehicle. In this case, let's select the BMW. We know from the vehicle the capacity of a battery. We know the average consumption. We can say when you start driving, what is the current charge and what is your charging strategy? It could be that you're very aggressive and you want to recharge at 5%, but others charge at 20%. Then while the vehicle is driving, we know the driving style. We can say, do you need more battery consumption than others? The weight of a car, tire pressure, and so on. What we then do is you can pick a simple route from one place to another, just as you know from other navigation tools. This is now calculating the fastest route as our competitors, well, the standard navigation tools would provide. Additionally, we add the charging station and give you a nice tour via the German Autobahn from one place to another. But you could just as well say, let's take a scenic route. Let's take an adventurous route, going a bit more on smaller roads, simply having more fun in the mobility experience. And this could be a proposal going through the Schwarzwald. In this calculation, we also look at other topics that could be relevant for the mobility experience. This could be, for example, the elevation. And we can look at that a bit more specific, and we see where does the car need to climb up a hill and where does it go downhill. From an e-vehicle perspective, this means going uphill needs more power consumption and going downhill is to recoup. On the other hand, you could just as well say, if I'm a logistic company and I'm traveling with a big truck, going downhill, of course, is a risky part because I need to brake, and if going downhill is too long and too steep, it can be challenging, and uphill is simply slower. So I would know where could it be tricky. Just as well, we could look at road curvature. Again, it calculates in real time a route with road curvature. Let's give us a second for this. And then we can look at the impact of curves. And you see it nicely here. In these areas, you have a lot of narrow curves. We can weigh them so we can give very narrow curves, less narrow curves, blah, blah, blah. And for an e-vehicle, it's again, before a curve, you need to break down, you recoup some energy, but getting out of a curve, it's about acceleration. And that costs more power. On the other hand, we could just as well look at the curves and say, we're a logistic truck, and a big truck might want to avoid strong curves. We could just as well look at bridges. We could look at the weather. We could say, in this kind now, adding the weather to it, we see the temperature, we see the wind direction. Again, wind can be good or bad. If you go against the wind, you need more power. A logistic company might want to avoid bridges if there's side wind, and so on. This is all data we use, and we can add any other kind of points of interest, like restaurants or coffee bars. We, of course, have all the charging stations on the way, and we can create mobility experiences to what you're looking for and what the vehicle is capable of. Thank you very much. My name is Moritz van Grothuus. I'm the CEO of Bareways.